I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 53. Let's focus on verses 10 through 12. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bore the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. You see, there are certain Bible passages that were of great importance with respect to understanding Jesus. And perhaps no other passage from the Old Testament is as critical as Isaiah 53. Jesus himself quoted Isaiah 53 and applied it to himself. Luke chapter 22, verse 37, "For I say to you that this which is written must still be accomplished in me. And he was numbered with the transgressors, for the things concerning me have an end." Now, on the occasions when Jesus declared that he must suffer many things, and that he had not come to be served but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many, he was also alluding to Isaiah 53. Of great significance is the fact that the major contributors to the New Testament refer to at least 8 different verses from Isaiah 53. Verse 1 is quoted by John and applied to Jesus. Matthew cites verse 4 about how Jesus healed, and verses 5, 6, 9, and 11 are picked up by Peter. Others have suggested that the various statements in the New Testament describing how Jesus would be rejected and taken away are taken from Isaiah 53. Consider Jesus as being buried like a criminal without any preparatory anointing. The parable of the stronger man who divides up the spoils. Jesus' silence before the judges. His intercession for the transgressors, and laying down his life for others. All of these rooted in Isaiah 53. Every verse of today's chapter, except verse 2, is directly applied to Jesus in the New Testament. Some verses several times. You see, there's good evidence that Jesus' entire public ministry, his immersion, healing, teaching, suffering, death, resurrection, and ascension, are all seen as a fulfillment of the pattern foretold in Isaiah 53. So today, if I were to share the gospel with a Jewish person, I would begin with Isaiah 53, and then move to Isaiah 56 and Micah 5 verse 2, Psalm 22 and 69, before even entering the New Testament. So I chose today's passage because many of us are facing struggles. And during this difficult season in which we live in the world, a lot of questions going on, a lot of uncertainty for the future. God is not ignorant of our suffering, nor is he a sadist, as some have put forth. He doesn't take pleasure in our pain. Rather, he is pleased when we are faithful to honor and to worship him despite the pain. You see, the true peace which passes understanding is not the absence of conflict in the world, it is the presence of peace in the midst of it. Seasons come and go, and this one too shall pass if the Lord tarries. And like I said, the evidence of true shalom is not that absence of conflict. It is in the midst of the conflict that we have peace from the Lord, knowing that his word can be trusted, even his word concerning the resurrection. We shall see him in the end. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. You know, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people just like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way you can help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.